TJ's World Entertainment has actually touched on various issues, personalities, and what have you. But today, I don't know if it's going to be controversial or it's going to be straightforward. You see, because we talked about this, we brainstormed long and hard. We were looking for a handle through which to introduce this particular person to you. We just can't find a way. So I decided the best thing to do is to go back to his roots.
Absolutely. I mean, this particular person, how can you introduce him anyway?
Is he a saint?
Or is he a villain?
Anyway,
What would you call him? He's regarded as one of the most significant figures, you understand, in this 20th century.
I'll say he was a phenom, right? An icon, a legend. And if you are talking about a star,
My goodness.
mega, he's the only one I can truly call a mega star.
Yeah, yes. For me, it's still the best.
He cuts across
I don't think
all races,
Yeah.
generations.
Yeah.
You know,
I personally do not think anybody can be in that category even after him. He's been gone for a while.
I think I dare say he's more popular than Coca-Cola because he's known on every continent.
No, he's more popular
in the world.
Yes, he is. But
You know his name? What's his name?
his name is Michael Joseph
Jackson.
You okay? So you okay? Are you okay? You okay? So you okay?
Welcome to TJ's World Entertainment. My name is Jerry Krenzel, and I have with me here
Titi Jacobs. My friends call me Lady TJ. As usual, you're free to call me that if you're my friend.
We want you to ride along with us in this particular one. We want you to, drop your comments. We want you to subscribe and you share it amongst yourself and to your friends. Because this particular guy, he was the eighth of 10 children.
Yes.
Right?
Hi, I'm Rebe. And I'm Latoya.
Now that we all here, let's go. 1, 2.
Hold it right there, dude.
Oh, I forgot. This is our little sister Janet Jackson.
To Catherine and Joe in
It's Joseph, but
Joe, yeah.
First we called Joe.
Right in Gary, Indiana.
Yes, and he was born on the 29th of August, 1958.
He burst onto the world stage with his brothers in 1964, and they were known as the Jackson Five.
Yeah.
You see, the thing about this guy is he had this cute, beautiful face as a child.
Yes, it was so lovely.
He was bubbly.
Yes.
You know when you pick a small ball of plastic and throw it into water, you see the way it bubbles.
Yeah.
That's the kind of a person he was
Yes.
when he was a child.
And when he's singing, one thing I discovered when he was singing, he was so happy. You know, when
Happy.
someone is so happy in his element, even as a child, he came across a very good personality.
Let's go to some of his songs when he was a little kid.
Well,
ABC.
not his songs, the Jackson 5
The
songs.
Jackson 5. ABC.
ABC. He was so popular.
I'll be there.
Yes, I'll be there.
The world's most fabulous group, the Jackson 5. We must bring salvation back. Where there is love, I'll be there.
I mean, and they even, for those of you who were my age, those of us, they even had a TV series.
They were appearing on practically all the big shows in America. Soul Train and what have you.
Yes.
They had their own cartoon.
Yeah, that cartoon, that's what I was saying. That's a TV show. Yeah. And I still remembered, even as a young lady, young person, I used to watch that cartoon.
If you were to say or talk about a star who was a star as a child, he was a star as a teenager.
As a teenager, he was a star.
He was a
as
star
an adult.
as an adolescent.
Yes.
And he was a star as a man, a full-grown man.
Absolutely.
There's only one person you can, hit
put
this
that
accolade
category.
on, and that is Michael Jackson.
Yes. MJ for short.
Well, they first signed with Steel Town Records, and then they left Steel Town Record to go to Motown, and that was in 1968, isn't it?
Yes, I think around that. You see, this years were upload. You understand, but I think it was around that
1968, isn't it?
Yeah, around 1968.
Yeah, I think so. Yes, and did they leave? They left Motown somewhere along the
They
line.
eventually left Motown after, I think, because one of them,
Jermaine.
Jermaine stayed in Motown, you know.
Yes, because he was married to Barry's
Hazel.
daughter.
Yeah, Barry Gordon's daughter.
Okay.
You understand? But what then happened was Michael Jackson has started to blossom. You know,
Right.
He has started to blossom. He has started doing little solos.
Yeah,
Remember?
which is usually the thing that happens when you are the face or the lead singer of a particular group.
Yeah.
So in 1971, he cut a few singles,
Yeah.
right? And then it was in 1976 also when they chose they were going to go away, that he stayed, and then I think he did his first album, was it Off the Wall in 1979.
His first solo was Got to Be There.
Got to Be There was a
Yes,
single he cut
yeah.
for Motown.
Yes.
But the album
Off the Wall.
Off the Wall,
Off the Wall was
1979.
1979, yes, Off the Wall in 1979, but that was after his first solo.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, you see, Michael was a superstar in the sense. Like this is where I'm trying to go. He is the only star who sold millions,
Yeah.
right? He's
10 million copies and best-selling single.
the album Thriller, when it came out, his album Thriller,
Yes.
right, when it came out, was selling 1 million a week.
Yeah.
Now this is why I classify him as a megastar was. This is a time where there was no internet,
Yeah.
there was no streaming,
No.
there was no YouTube,
Yeah, people
there was
were buying
nothing.
the records. They were
If you want to
actually
buy
buying
the records,
you have to go to the
you have to
actually
get
practically
up, get out from your house.
go to the shops to
It wasn't
buy.
even, you have to go to the shop physically, and he was selling 1 million a week. Now mark you, this 1 million a week, right, is the data is collected only of albums sold in America and Europe.
Yeah, they don't know about the other parts of
In
other
other
places.
parts of the world,
Like in
Nigeria,
Nigeria especially.
Ghana, South Africa, Kenya, Tanzania, China, Japan, they weren't taking those into consideration.
No.
And this guy was selling 1 million a week.
I'm telling
So
you.
no streaming. So when we say a mega star, he was a
an
mega
icon.
star.
He was an icon. It was just great. I loved Michael Jackson. I still love his
There's so much
songs.
we can talk about Michael
Yeah.
Jackson, but if you want to start getting the dates together, you probably will be biting yourself or mixing things up. But he had some amazing albums, like
apart from the Thriller,
Bad, Off the Wall,
Heal the World.
Those were tracks taken from some of the
songs from the albums.
When Michael Jackson does his video, Michael Jackson single-handedly saved MTV.
Absolutely.
Without
Right.
Michael Jackson,
You're right.
MTV would have died. We're still watching MTV today
Up till now,
because
yes.
Michael Jackson.
They were the institution. They did.
Michael Jackson is an institution actually
his own.
on his own.
Yeah.
Because if you look at him, tell me one video where you're walking down the sidewalk and the pavements are lighting as you're coming along. Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
that was
the
Billie Jean.
The star Billie Jean.
Billie
yes.
Jean.
But
Now-
Billie Jean has a story.
Oh, of course, he does have a
Yes.
story. All Michael Jackson's videos.
They always
had
have
a
something
story.
attached to it. Yeah.
This is how big this guy was. When Michael Jackson releases his videos, it's always, something that happens all over the world simultaneously.
Yes.
It's
yes.
world premiere.
Well, yeah.
And these are musical videos that he is the only one who introduced proper storyline
So his songs.
to his
So his
songs.
lyrics. He writes a lot of his.
He wrote quite a few of his
yes.
tunes.
Yes, especially that the Thriller. I read that he actually wrote that. That album, Beat It, Billie Jean, that he did it himself and was produced by Quincy Jones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now tell me, do you know the biggest Halloween song in the world today? It's Thriller.
Yeah, it's Thriller. Yeah.
And when that guy goes,
that
that was
that's when it
Michael
started.
Jackson is the one who, beat it.
Yeah.
When two gangs came together,
Yeah.
and he actually at the end of the day got these same gangs dancing together.
Yes.
The choreography.
Do you know one other thing too? The Thriller. Do you know that's the concept of that Thriller was what brought films like Walking Dead. and
Walking
all of
Dead.
that. There are so many of
Yes.
these horror movies
that
they are now
offshoots
doing now. The offshoots of his Thriller.
You will need to watch Thriller and see the concept,
Fantastic.
the makeup, right?
It
The
was
choreography,
great. Yes.
right?
It was great.
What would I say? The whole concept per se, and this transcended and bled into all his videos. Look at Smooth Criminal.
Yeah.
When he leaned forward, you
And
would think he had the strongest ankles
Yeah, but he was a
in the world.
fantastic dancer. Come on, Michael Jackson was.
Michael Jackson
the
had
best.
he had respect.
Yeah.
Michael is respectful in the sense that not like the new generation artists
Gen Z.
who believe that they just came into their own without there being a yesterday. Michael Jackson had respect for the likes of
Charles.
James Brown,
Yes.
Freddie Astaire, and
Even Ray Charles.
Jackie Wilson,
All of them, yeah.
all them old
Old ones. Yeah.
He learns from them. He
Yes.
picked from their
Yes.
steps.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
how he introduced the moonwalk.
Yes.
Michael lived his life on the edge of the knife.
Yes. Absolutely. You see, what we don't want to do is to concentrate on any of his negativity.
We don't really want
We are celebrating him. You understand? Although we're going to, touch
We'll
on
touch
one or
on
two
it.
things. We're celebrating him. It was not just a songwriter or a singer or a dancer,
producer or dancer,
He was also
or-
an actor.
The thing with Michael Jackson's mentality is a lot of people made all kind of excuses for him. I wish he was here today to sit down and we can really pick his
Yes,
brain on.
yeah.
Michael, at one point, all through his life, jettisoned the fact that he is black.
I don't know about that. I don't know why he hated to be black so much. I don't know what it was with him. So much so that even when he wanted to rear children, he decided to marry a white. It doesn't matter. We're not racist or anything. But
he is keen from black to pure white. His nose, this negroic.
No. So let's start from. He had vitiligo.
That's what we were told.
No, he did have it.
Oh, really?
It was
You were there?
medically proven that he had vitiligo.
Really?
But vitiligo does not make you all white.
That's what I'm saying.
Is some
A part of
your
the skin,
body,
yeah.
of your skin,
Right.
would turn white.
Yeah, I know.
But
I
then,
know that.
because he didn't want double skin, according to him, he didn't want different skins. That's why he decided to. He will tell you he never bleached.
All right.
He will tell you he never bleached.
I'll
But
take.
it's so obvious that he bleached.
I'll take your word and his word
it's
for
the
it.
truth, it's the truth.
Okay, he never bleached.
No.
What was his nose?
No, he never. Michael
Oh, no,
never
he didn't
said
do
that
any
he
surgery,
did do
did he?
surgeries. He did.
Growing and changing.
Yeah, but even the shape of your face has changed.
No, it has not. I've had no plastic surgery on my face, just my nose.
Are you honestly saying that you've only ever had one operation?
2,
You've had 2?
as I can remember. Yeah.
Of course, he did his nose. He did say he did surgeries. He never said he didn't do surgeries. He never ever said it.
Well, like we actually say, Michael Jackson is one artist who cuts across. See, his persona, his music, his art, right, cuts across so much racial boundaries that even people who are known to be die-hard racist couldn't help
Yes, they enjoy
but like
his music.
and enjoy his music.
Absolutely.
Now that's where I take stock with him in the sense that you were born a black man in Gary, Indiana. You were raised by a black man and a black woman, a strong black man,
yes.
who all of you, the children, turn around at the end of the day to say he abused you guys.
Yeah.
Without taking into consideration that as a black man with 10 children in Gary,
You
Indiana,
needed to be assertive. You needed to be not harsh, because the children would turn out
drug
to be
addicts, gun toting,
gangs
and
and everything.
going
So
to gangs, and so whichever way these kids are looking at it, that they were abused. Do you know the amount of whopping we took in Africa?
Listen, if my father was alive right now, he would be in jail, because the amount of beating that we go from not only our fathers, our mothers, our uncles, even neighbors.
Neighbors.
You understand?
Because this is what we believe, that you are a part of the society.
Absolutely.
If you go bad, society will go bad.
Yeah.
So the man outside who sees you doing something silly will whop you, take you home,
And then
they
they'll
will
whop
whop
you
you
again.
again.
If she hit me, I would hit her back, which was terrible. And then I would run around the house and hide and all that stuff. But I would really get it more than anybody.
Do you think your father was too strict?
Yes.
Like here or anywhere in the diaspora, when you do that, they will just call the police. You understand? But what we're trying to say is, Michael Jackson claimed that he was abused mentally and physically by his father. He never said anything about sexual abuse. He was mentally, and then it became they said that affected him. I don't buy that.
I don't buy that.
I don't
either.
buy that. But what I know was that Michael was actually quite complex.
Okay.
He was complex because he hated himself. He hated his body. He hated his nose. He didn't like his face. You understand? And that he confessed that his nose was big and he didn't like his nose. So he started from trying to streamline his nose to be like a white person.
Did you see? If you go back to see some of his photographs before
the transformation?
No.
Amazing.
Before the transformation, when he was a cute black guy with afro.
That's when he did Off the Wall.
Off the Wall.
He looked so good.
He was a gorgeous man.
Good. He looked so
Right?
good.
You cannot tell me that you are an African and you don't like your nose.
Yeah, but he didn't like his nose.
Okay,
Look,
now-
it's okay for somebody, if you don't like your nose and you want to do a little
But
touch
didn't
up.
you think he went overboard?
No. He was the worst
Example of
of
a black man.
Of a black man doing so much surgery.
Okay,
It
now
was bad.
Now, what then happened with his attitude? You were saying something. You were saying he was a child trapped in a man's body.
He is.
Right?
He was.
Right. And I said to myself, you sit down on a table and you sign multi-million-dollar contracts.
Yeah.
You leave that table. He was an astute businessman.
Yeah.
He had this musical brain that's, is one of the best in the world.
Yeah.
And in the same vein, you've forgotten the fact that as a black man, for everything you do, and you do stupidly, you get punished 10 times.
Absolutely. But
So what was he doing?
with
Climbing in bed with little kids?
no.
No. I'm putting it in context for you.
I know.
What is a 36-year-old man doing sleeping with a 12-year-old boy or a series of them?
Right. Okay, when you say boys, it's not just boys, and I've never invited just boys to come in my room. Come on, that's ridiculous. And that's a ridiculous question. But like, since people want to hear...
So go on.
But I don't agree.
Defend that.
I don't agree with that. You understand? I still strongly believe that Michael did not see himself. Yes, he was doing business in that aspect of him. People have dual personalities, and Michael Jackson had dual personality. Just like you will see, what's this lady's name? Beyonce, that will tell you that there's another part of her that is called Sasha Fierce or whatever. Michael Jackson had dual personalities. When he's on stage, when he's doing business, he's another person.
I'm two different people, on and off stage. But I formed a personality that's me. I can't get away from that.
When he's out of that place, he becomes a little child. That's why he built Neverland for children. You understand? I wasn't there, you were not there. You don't know what happened in terms of the allegations against him.
Well, it was found not guilty, so
Yeah, absolutely.
we can't say anything.
Yes.
Or see, the sad part was that after all that trial and tribulation, and he was just about getting his feet back on terra firma in terms of the entertainment world, he actually has signed a contract and he was set to launch a world tour. This is it.
Yeah. No, prior to that, listen, because of the allegations, he was depressed. You cannot take that fact away, that because as at that time, Pepsi dropped him. There was some businesses that he had signed for that they dropped him.
Yeah, what do you expect?
Because of the allegations. So it depressed him. He was going bankrupt at some point. You understand? And then he started
if you play with fire, it goes without saying that.
Stop saying he played with fire.
Yeah.
He saw himself as a child. That's why he was sleeping on the same bed with the little kids. It wasn't that. For me, up till tomorrow, I do not believe that he did anything to any of the children.
I'm not saying he did anything. I never said.
But
I just can't bring myself to
imagine.
To imagine.
So you cannot sleep beside the child.
What child? Whose child? My child. My child, yes.
Yes.
Any other person's child, no.
No, okay, fine. Because of the stigma attached to all this nonsense. In Africa, you can sleep beside a child.
In Africa, Africa is a completely different kettle of fish.
It's not even a different kettle of fish anymore.
Not anymore, I guess. Not anymore.
You understand? But what we're saying is, this man, number one, Jordan's case, the father was just trying to extort him.
Well, when you put yourself in an untenable position, people will how would I call it? The word for it, they will exploit it.
Yeah. So they were trying to exploit his vulnerabilities, and as far as I'm concerned, we're not here to talk about his sexual escapades.
You see, that's why we say is he a saint or is he a villain? Because some of his things he's done actually shadows the things he has actually achieved.
He has gotten to a stage, my brother, that there's nothing you can say, there's nothing you can do. His music lives on. People still love him, regardless of the stupid accusations about him. Nothing can stop.
Do you think if Michael Jackson was really like he was born a white kid,
would he have excelled like that?
Yes, but do you think?
I don't. Well, his music will go, but I don't think he would have gone that far. I think the reason why he made it that far was because he was extremely talented and he could not be ignored.
That's what I'm saying. He cuts right across
Across
all generations and all races. Michael Jackson is the only musician in the world who punished another musician for disrespecting him by buying his whole catalog.
Yes.
Go and ask Eminem.
He bought his whole catalog. Well, if you think that what we're saying is all rubbish, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Make your comments. Say, oh, no, Lady TJ, Mr. Magic, you're just telling a lot of
Porkies.
You understand? But we've done our research and we feel we have to air our own opinion. But we're here to celebrate Michael Jackson, not to put him down. You understand? But we cannot put
You see,
on
some
of the things that we know.
Yeah, Michael is like an egg.
Yeah.
Right? You can't have the albumin or the yolk without having the membrane and the shell.
With anybody else.
Yeah.
Like anybody
So,
else.
you see, Michael, wherever you may be, we celebrate you. We are proud that in as much as you refuse to be part of us, you are an endemic part of us.
Absolutely. Don't forget about his children. We've not said he's got children. He had children for a white woman. I said it before. The rumors after he passed away that the children are not his and everything. But there's another school of thought that he had a child with Billie Jean. You understand? And the boy is trending right now. His name is Brandon. We don't know how truthful that is. He's never said to anybody that he's Michael's son. You understand? But but Billie Jean has come out to say she signed what do you call it? That's non-disclosure. You understand? So obviously there is a tinge of truth in it and the boy looks just like him.
Well,
sings like
another
him.
school of thought also says that Billie Jean's manager was Michael's father.
Michael's father, yes.
So, and that something happened. We don't know how true it is.
So
like we said initially, we don't. For me, I'd rather not even touch on any of his controversies.
No, but you see, we cannot talk about Michael Jackson
without
touching on
some things. I will go
like
into
his kids, Ziggy, Blanket, and Michael Jr. and everything. All in all, Michael Jackson, we know you've passed on now. You passed on when you were 50 years old. We really miss you.
Thing is this complexity is kind of funny because Michael Jackson is the only black artist who depicted Africa.
Yes.
For what Africa is.
It truly is. Yeah.
Kemet, in the video, do you remember?
Do you remember?
Right?
With Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy and Iman. Right? They tried so much to make sure that he does not, but he went out, he financed it himself to make sure, and he depicted Africa for what Africa is
really
per se.
Yes.
This is the same guy who does not want to be known as a black man.
Yeah, another thing that he did, I watched Heal the World and I cried. I really loved it because of the way he portrayed how people should support other people. He was also a philanthropist.
Yeah, he was.
You understand? He was an actor because he acted a film with Diana Ross called The Wiz.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched it, you can still watch
and
it.
I think did he appear in Ben? No, he didn't. He just did the soundtrack to Ben.
Yes.
The song. Yeah.
So he was an icon. He was an icon. He had 10 children. Most of his siblings are doing very well anyway. Latoya, Janet.
Of all the kids, I think he's the only one who's passed on of all.
Yes.
Siblings.
So he still has
nine other ones who are still alive
and doing well. His parents are still alive too. You understand? So he really is so sad that he died so young.
You know,
understand, because of
something
as simple as painkillers, for goodness sake.
I look at some of his videos and they still bring back a lot of memories, like the man in the mirror.
Yeah.
Says, I'm talking about the man in the mirror. So you see, for all the changes that we want and demand, not only from our politicians, but from our society, the question is, what about you, the man in the mirror? The change should start with you.
Yes.
That was the message he was trying to get across.
If there was another thing about him, fraternizing with animals. According to information, he preferred animals to human beings. Come on.
Well, you have already nailed it. You said he has a complex personality.
He has complex split personalities. But regardless,
well, he won't be the first to,
loads of them. We have some of them in America.
It's such a shame that after the accident, while he was filming the Pepsi advert that left him with a burnt skull, he got addicted to painkillers.
Yes.
And his physician, his personal physician, didn't help matters. That's Conrad Murray.
Yeah, it's because of money now.
Yeah,
he was being paid and he was just prescribing
painkiller.
Yes. They do that.
And that's what led to his death.
That's what killed Whitney Houston too, because they had someone who was, giving her drugs and everything. And if another thing that I would say, and I'm sorry to have to say this, I don't think the family supported him that much, helped him. You were a close-knit family, and he was going through that. They could have tried to help him.
Put yourself in the shoes of the father, who was a strict and a disciplinarian, who got his children from ghetto, right, to world stardom and recognition. And then these kids turn around to come and accuse you of being an abuser and whatever. Do you think if it comes to you stand in the gap for them again?
Okay, leave the father alone. I'm talking about the siblings. Where were the siblings when he was going through so much?
Well,
where were they not helping him?
I can only buy
why
from
were they not rallying around him?
Titash, I can only buy from your shop when you open the shop.
Yeah, we don't know, but there was much more.
Because you cannot tell me that
even the mom. How can the mom be looking at him,
you can't tell me
changing his face, changing his nose,
9 siblings, and none of them will get close to
him that much.
So that's a question we cannot answer. I cannot. You cannot. Maybe you can.
Yeah,
so put it in the comment section.
Maybe there's something that we've missed that we didn't know. Like we said, we're not here to castigate him. We're here to embrace him and celebrate him. But if there's anything, like, share, subscribe to our channel, make your comments.
So when did he die actually?
He died in 9th of June 2009 at the age of 50 years.
He was on the threshold of launching the This Is It world tour.
Yeah, because he was going bankrupt, isn't it? So you needed money.
Michael can never go bankrupt.
He was going bankrupt. But that's what they said.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
Michael has sold over 700 million records. So how do you go bankrupt with that?
Well, we don't know because he had so much.
He had his issues. He never parted with his copyright. He bought that of Eminem. He bought that of the Beatles.
Okay.
Their catalog.
Maybe the information was wrong. Please make your comment if you feel no. He wasn't bankrupt. He just needed to do this to come back. Yes, because he was missing in action for a while.
Way after his death, his estate is still making money. Over 2.something billion people watched Michael Jackson's funeral.
Right? Yes.
So if that's on his own, if the copyright
But after he passed, that's when he started making more money.
More money.
From royalties and everything. We forgot he was married to Debbie Rowe. He was also married to Lisa Presley, Elvis
Presley's daughter.
But he divorced both of them before he passed. He passed on.
Well, Michael.
I
would not say rest in peace. I'll just say rest in power.
Yes.
Because you're still trending.
Yeah. Always.
I just want people to realize that you were mega. Way before internet, way before TikTok, Instagram, way before all this digital world we have today. Your mega city. Let me put it that way. Your mega city trends from the fact that we personally need to stand up from our various homes to go and buy your vinyl. And you still sold that much.
Yes, our children are still listening to your music. They still dance to it. I have a 13-year-old. When your music comes on and I say, who is that? We say, oh, it's Michael Jackson.
Right.
You understand? So he's still very much, he's still trending. We sending our condolences to the family still. Because regardless, they will still be missing him.
Yeah, it's been quite a while,
But well done to you, Michael Jackson. May your soul continue to rest in perfect peace. We miss you. We miss your songs. I'm sure if you were still alive, we would have heard so many other songs. You understand?
Absolutely.
On that note, I just don't want to keep going on and on and on.
Cherry Crimson is my name.
Michael Jackson for 3 hours. But my name still remains Titi Jacobs, Lady TJ. We love you. Keep watching. If you watch us, you become more intelligent. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye.
And as you've been hearing, Tito Jackson, one of the brothers who made up the pop group the Jackson 5, has died at the age of 70. Tito was the third of 9 Jackson children, which includes global superstars Michael and sister Janet. He was also father to Taj, Terrell and TJ Jackson, who found fame as R&B pop trio 3T in the 90s. In a tribute posted online, they've described their father as an incredible man who cared about everyone.